Welcome to the second part of the 7.0 treasure trove leading up to Dawn Trail, the second hunt for Genesis. Okay, well, first of all, I was wrong. The second part did not start after the first part. It began on May 14th, about 2 months after the end of the first. And it will end on Monday, June 24th at 8 a.m. Dawn Trail Early Access begins on Friday the 28th, with the full release being July 2nd, the next Tuesday. So, for the most part, they are treating this as a separate event. As I mentioned in the addendum, there is a new tombstone, and you can no longer obtain the previous ones. The only thing that makes it like the same event is that the previous items are still under the newest irregular tombstone section at the Moogles, along with the actual newest ones. If you have not already, speak to at least one of the Moogles in the 3 starting cities, Gridania, Ulda, or Limsa to obtain your Mogpendium. As mentioned in the previous video, there are now 4 categories of content you can do for tombstones listed in the Mogpendium. Standard objectives are the truly grindable content. These things you can do as often as you like, and you will get tombstones each time you complete them. Unlike the other 3 categories, you will get your tombstones automatically when you complete them. As usual, we have the 3 duties from the end of the A Realm Reborn MSQ. After you complete the ultimate weapon, you can pick up both of these in Revenant's Toll. Inside the tavern, find Hugibert, who will give you the Wrath of Karn to unlock the Sunken Temple of Karn hard mode. And also Blozong will give you Not Easy Being Green to unlock the Wanderer's Palace hard, which I must say has the best ending scene of any dungeon. Both of these require that you have completed the normal versions, which are both unlocked with quests obtainable in Vesper Bay. See Nedrick Ironheart and Aline, who is hiding behind the building, if you haven't done those. The 4-player dungeon, the Aetherochemical Research Facility, is completed during Heavensward, the final quest in the Heavensward MSQ. And moving into Stormblood, the dungeon Alamigo is completed as part of the final quest of the main Stormblood MSQ, which is called Stormblood. The Omega Raid series begins with Wedge in Rhalgr's Reach. The Return to Ivalice Raid series begins with Keaton in Kugane. Most of the 4 Lords series of trials and dungeons are available except for the Swallow's Compass. This questline is unlocked after you finish the post-Stormblood MSQ quest Hope on the Waves by speaking to Soroban in the Ruby Sea to pick up the quest An Auspicious Encounter. This is as far as trial players can go. For Shadowbringers we have Amarat, and for Endwalker we have The Dead Ends. And you guessed it, these are both from the final quests of their respective MSQs. For PvP we have Frontline and Rival Wings as usual, and trial players are still locked out. And like last time, you can still do Gates in the Gold Saucer, as well as Ocean Fishing in Limsa. Weekly objectives are random content chosen from the standard objectives that will give you an extra 20 tombstones in addition to the standard reward. These are unique to each player character, so your alts may have different ones, and your friends may have different ones. The Minimog Challenge gives you 2 options that will reward you 10 tombstones, but you can only do one of the 2 each week. Here are some of the things I've seen. Defeating a specific NPC in a triple triad duel. Completing 5 fates in 2 specific zones. I've seen these for Shadowbringers and Endwalker zones. Complete an Elite Hunt Mark bill from a specific expansion. If it just says Elite Mark bill, It's for A Realm Reborn from your Grand Company headquarters. Clan marks are from Heavensward. Veteran clan marks are from Stormblood. I haven't seen them yet, but know that Nutsy clan are from Shadowbringers, and guildship marks are for Endwalker. Catching a specific rare fish. These are catchable in a specific fishing hole and may require specific bait, conditions, or times, and probably require mooching. So far I've only seen 2, and they were both in A Realm Reborn zones, but who knows what will come up later. Finally, completing a specific kind of treasure map. So far, I've seen toadskin and boarskin maps, which can be purchased from the market board or gathered from level 50 nodes or fished using the snagging ability. For all of these but the treasure maps, you can click the Open Area Map button if you are not sure where to go. Ultimog Challenges can only be done once per event, but it is worth it if you can pull it off. This time it's to complete floor 100 in the Palace of the Dead, which is unlocked with the quest The House That Death Built from Nijiro Marujiro in the Carline Canopy in New Gridania. Keep in mind that getting through level 100 can take quite a while if you have not done Palace of the Dead before. These items are exclusive to Moogle events. For 100 tomestones, we have a brand new item, the Emerald Carbuncle Earring. If this item ever returns, it will probably be a few years. And no, I don't know why Emerald Carbuncle is blue. Then for 30 tomestones, you can get 2 potentially special time-worn maps. This is the first time we see this level 90 map, which presumably means it will summon a portal that could lead to either of the level 90 treasure dungeons, the XIV 6000 or the Shifting Gymnasium Aganon. This will likely be the map we get from the Moogles throughout Dawntrail. Of course, there are 10 magicked prisms of job mastery for 1 tomestone. Now for the everyday items. The little Damakin minion is a little fish companion that may be brought back by a level 80 or higher fishing retainer doing Waterside Exploration 25. This is tradable and may be found on the market board. From Extreme Trials, we have 3 returning mounts: Gulfaxi from Titan, the Round Lanner from King Thordan, yes, that's the Knights of the Round Battle, and also the Auspicious Comway from Bayako. The latter 2 can also be purchased for 99 of a specific item that comes from the same duties. See Britannia in Idleshire or Ashina in Rhalgr's Reach. The Blinding Indigo Orchestrion roll drops in Eden's Gate Inundation, where you fight Leviathan. Well, a souped up version of Leviathan. The Eden series is unlocked with the quest In the Middle of Nowhere from the Anxious Crystarium Guard in the Crystarium. Well, they had 3 of these last time, now they have the remaining 4. These are available at the Wolf's Den Pier from Mark Quartermaster for wolf marks, along with the rest of the sets. These MGP cards can be obtained by completing lines in the Wondrous Tales from Chloe Aliapo in Idleshire. The Alamegan Barding is a reward for completing the boss fate, Rattle and Humbaba, with a gold rating. This fate appears in the Peaks and is part of a 2-fate series starting with Mouth for Water. The Gabriel A identification key is a mount. It may be found in Southern Front lockboxes that come from fates in the Bosgen Southern Front. You can also trade excess field notes for these boxes with the Resistance Historian. The mount is tradable, so check the market board. The Behemoth Air minion can be purchased from Ardalain in the Forgotten Night in Ishgard for 400 Centaurio seals. The On Windy Meadows roll may be found in the Aquapolis, a dungeon that may spawn after completing time-worn Dragonskin maps, and it can be found on the market board. For beast tribes, we have the Dire Wolf Whistle from the Ixal in the North Shroud, and the Keepers of the Loch Orchestrion roll from the Inanta in the Fringes. From the Ishgard restoration, we have the Ufiti mount, a big gorilla that carries you around. There is also the fashion accessory, the cheerful checkered parasol. Both can be purchased from Eni in the Firmament for Skybuilder script. The Petite Pteranodon minion may be won in the Kupo of Fortune Scratcher game from Lisbeth. All three of these are tradable. For more info on the Ishgard restoration, see my guides on it. These three items are craftable and are probably based on player designs from one of the design contests. Check the market board, they are usually reasonably priced. Unlocking the cards is relatively simple this time. The first two require you to complete the level 57 MSQ quest, an engineering enterprise. These cards can also be won from Lynette in the Sea of Clouds. But you may need to complete the blue quest honoring the past from the House Halenart Knight in the Pillars of Ishgard before you can play her. The Innocent card requires you to complete the level 77 MSQ quest, Extinguishing the Light. That quest involves completing the dungeon Mount Golg and the trial The Crown of the Immaculate, which is where the card drops. The 9S card drops in the Copied Factory, the first part of the Yorha Dark Apocalypse raid series. This begins with the Gossipy Dwarf in Tomra in Kalusia. Completing the quest on the Threshold unlocks the card with the Moogles. Emeralds are green. They can be bluish green, but green must be the dominant hue to be an emerald. Emerald Carbuncle is blue. There may be a little green in there, but it's not a color associated with emeralds. Emeralds are a variety of the mineral beryl, and beryl can be found in various colors. If the beryl were the color of Emerald Carbuncle, it would likely be classified as aquamarine. You may see blue emeralds advertised, but those are emerald-cut, lab-grown blue diamonds, or possibly a scam using an altered photo. This is Emerald Weapon. This is Emerald Carbuncle. It's not like they don't know what emeralds look like. Emerald Carbuncle was the first pet Arcanists got for years, before they reworked Summoners. After that, they got a Carbuncle simply called Carbuncle, and it's also blue. Another shade of blue, but still blue. And Emerald Carbuncle became a temporary summon or a glamour that could be applied to Summoner or Scholar pets. I propose they rename Emerald Carbuncle to Aquamarine and create a true green carbuncle called Emerald Carbuncle. I mean, how hard is it to do a palette swap? It's what Final Fantasy is known for. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you find this useful, please give it a like, and subscribe if you want to see more. Goodbye.